can't hear you. Give us a couple minutes. Just hang tight for a little bit. One check that sucker. Yeah, we got two cameras. I think we're gonna need them. I'll just move the camera to the left here.
So Rob, are we sharing one mic today? Hold on a minute.
Okay, so you guys, let's get you going now. Sorry, talent's always last on my list.
I mean, again, you're doing all the stuff.
Once I get all the buttons working.
Dude. I didn't put my cap on.
What?
Could have been worse. Miami Dade Sharks. The Lady Sharks.
Alright, so I changed the name of the YouTube channel.
Okay.
Is it gonna
It's still streaming.
Okay. I'm wondering if it changed the name because I know you named it like FCSA and then you named it tournament.
That's just my internal stream information.
That's
gonna identify my screen that's saved in here later on, so I can find it.
Because I think it also pushed it through to the YouTube page, which is why I had that image. So I changed it to the Game 3. So what you screen,
So what I put in here is what showed up on
it's
the.
basically creating a new screen. So what I just have to go in there and do is just change the name from Game 3 to the YouTube.
So you want to do it on YouTube?
Oh.
You want to do that on YouTube?
Yeah, I just had to go into YouTube, change it to Game 3 instead of FCSA volleyball tournament.
You want to do it here or you want to?
No, I already did it.
Okay.
So I think every time you create one, I'll just have to go in there.
Well, I can also create it to the correct name. That helps. So you don't have to switch it back. Or you do a 3 a day or something? 3
Yeah,
separate
so you're
screens?
gonna have 2 today, and I think tomorrow will be 3.
What we're doing tomorrow? I thought we were working.
Oh, no, that's right. So you okay, so you only have 2. It may not be a big deal at the end of the day.
Pretty quick, you know. Just let me know what I need to do.
I think right now we got it working. That was the hardest part when you came to the game. Better for you to figure things out. I think from there we can go from it. Right now it looks good.
You guys check the audio on that at all? Make sure it's going through?
Is the audio on?
How you doing?
Doing good. I'm Tom.
Marshall.
Nice to meet you. Hi. Hi, Rob. Nice to meet you guys. You got a nice setup over here. Full 4K. You got the small TriCaster over there.
Yeah, the TriCaster Mini.
Yeah. How do you like it?
Lovely, man.
Yeah.
Amazing.
How long have you been running it?
We just got SBC maybe 3 months ago.
Okay.
And Check 1 2 1 2 2 1 2.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Hey, you just gotta keep talking and talking and talking.
All right. We are out here at the Bradenton Civic Center for the FCSAA State Volleyball Tournament. SBC Lady Titans will take on the Miami-Dade Lady Sharks. Should be a great game for you here tonight. The winner, actually the two championship game participants will move on to the national tournament along with the third place game winner. A lot at stake here at this tournament. Is it broadcasting? Or am I just talking to you? Is it? It's technically broadcasting. Doing a microphone check right now, making sure everything is working. Got Rob running the TriCaster and the camera. I will be alongside Marshall Watchers. I'm Chris Valentine. We have a few really good games in store for you today. 4 matches in total. 2 at 10 a.m., 2 at 1 p.m. Each game will go on the left and right courts. They will be going simultaneously. If you've been living under a rock for the past 2 weeks or so, you won't know that the Cubs finally broke their 108-year curse, and they won the World Series. Congratulations to them. We're just going to keep talking here to make sure that there is audio going through this microphone and into Rob's headphones. Got to make sure everything is right for the viewers at home.
Thank you, and this message is brought to you by Taco Bell. We're out here at St. Petersburg.
Taco Bell is not a sponsor. We just really like Taco Bell. Again, Taco Bell is not a paying sponsor, but we do love Taco Bell. So if you're in the Bradenton area and you happen to pass by Taco Bell, get a couple of those Doritos Locos tacos and bring some to Marshall and I. We'll gladly accept. We appreciate it in advance if you do decide to do that. Help us out. It's going to be a long day here. I woke up at 5:30 this morning. I did not eat breakfast. So I would appreciate
1 2 1
some
2.
tacos if you just so happen to be
2.
in the area. If not, that's fine.
Check 1
I don't
2.
judge you. But hey,
2 1 2 1 2. 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. Check 1 2 3 4 5.
Marshall, how would you feel if
6
a nice
7
stranger would
8.
bring you Taco Bell today?
Check 1 2.
You know, that would really mean a lot. Speaking of Taco Bell, there was an incentive program where if a player steals a base in the World Series, it's called Steal a Base, Steal a Taco. So go on to your
Check,
Taco
check.
Bell,
1-2, 1-2.
mention a stolen base in the World
Rob
Series,
just gave me
and you might get a
the
free
OK
taco.
sign with his hand. That means he can hear me. And I think that's about it for the audio test. So we will
Your
see you in
St.
about
Petersburg
24
College
minutes
Titans
if
are
anybody's
about to
listening.
take on the Miami-Dade Sharks here in about 24 minutes.
One more time. Okay.
No, he said give us a thumbs up when you're ready.
Check, 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 check.
Hello and welcome to the FCSAA State Volleyball Tournament down here in Bradenton, Florida. It is hosted by the Bradenton Area Sports Complex. In this first game here, we have the St. Petersburg College Titans going up against the Miami-Dade College Sharks. It's looking to be a good one. Chris, what do you think about this game?
Marshall, I think this is going to be a great game today. Both teams come in here with winning records. SPC 10-6, Miami-Dade 14-5. I think we have a great game in store for us.
Now, St. Pete comes in as the underdogs as they're the 5th-ranked team in this tournament, where Miami-Dade is the 3rd-ranked team.
Yeah, but SPC won their conference, the Suncoast Conference, and Miami-Dade came in 2nd in their conference, the Southern Conference. You see right down below us, the SPC student section, they came out in droves today. They all took a bus. Thanks to Athletic Director Davey Gill. He rented out a bus, and he brought out a lot of students. It's pretty much a home game for SPC tonight.
Crowds can play a big effect in games like this. That is correct. They did win the Suncoast Conference, a very tough conference to win in, as they go against teams like Hillsborough Community College, which is nationally in the top 20, as well as Polk State College, who is also in this tournament. Polk State finished 2nd, which is why they are also here at this tournament.
Yeah, and the favorite to win this conference before the season started, the Suncoast Conference that is, was Hillsborough Community College, and they got knocked out of contention with a 3rd-place finish. SPC was not favored to win this conference, not even favored to make it to this state tournament, but here they are as the conference champions.
That's right. Let's play some volleyball. Titans in the light blue and Sharks in the dark blue. Nina Tite with the serve for the Titans.
The service by Nina Tite.
And
the attack by the
Sharks.
Sharks. Beatrice Vieira was unable to get to that. She got a hit on it, but it went out of bounds. This SBC student section was looking pretty good on that serve by Tite. I think they're excited for this match. Here comes the libero, Camila Hernandez, with the service. It will be 1-0 after Miami-Dade got that first point. Soft serve by Hernandez. And Tite gets it over to Taxis, I believe. And Miami-Dade comes back with an aggressive attack, and they get another point. They are now up 2-0 in this first set.
That's right, Chris. That was Maciel Matos on that last point. And the Titans retaliate. Anna Carolina with the Outside hit, point for the Titans.
And on that hit, the SBC student section got very loud on that. They were excited for the first point for SBC. Ana Carolina de Costa with the service, and it hits the net and falls down. That's another point for Miami-Dade.
St. Petersburg College is listed as your home team, where Miami-Dade are the visitors. The score is 1-3 in Miami-Dade's favor. They get the service. Carolina sets it up tight to Taxis. Carolina recovers. Vieira with a huge outside hit. Point for the Titans. The score is 2-3. Titans service.
And if you've watched SBC at all this entire season, seeing Vieira knock down kills like that is not uncommon for this team. This year alone, she was responsible for 169 kills. That was good enough for third on the team. Carolina gets it to tight. Who gets it over to Petronovic? She sends it over to Sun Wen Ting. And another point for SBC. This match is tied 3-3 here in this first set.
Very even match. You've got Tina Sesa, the libero for the Titans, with the serve.
Bad serve by Sesha as she hits the net. It falls back down. It's the second bad serve by SBC. They'll have to clean up the easy mistakes if they want to win this game. And another point for Miami-Dade. SBC really needs to work on their communication. They haven't looked great so far in this match.
Chris, that is a huge component to defense, is communication. You all need to be on the same page.
Another service by Miami-Dade. Carolina was able to dig it, get it over to Petronovic. She dinks it over, and there's some bad communication on Miami-Dade's part as they let that ball fall for an SBC Lady Titans point.
Petronovic earns the serve.
Petronovic here with the service. Good serve by Nina. And an even better block by Amanda Filippo. She knocks that ball back down over the net to tie this game up again. 5-5 here in this first set.
That was a big outside hit by Paula Laura for the Sharks. Just fails to convert on the point.
Petronovic again with the service, 5 serving 5. Good serve by Petronovic. And again, another good block by the Lady Titans. Nina tight that time. And then another good block. Nina tight again. Good hit by Miami-Dade.
Chris, I tell you what, Maciel Matos, dangerous outside hitter for the Sharks. That was her second point of the day. She is a freshman from the Dominican Republic, standing 6'1". Great shot by the freshman.
Sesha gets that to tight, who gets it over to Vieira. She dinks it over. And a two-touch by Miami-Dade. That's a point for SBC.
For those of you just joining us, St. Petersburg College in the light blue and Miami-Dade in the black. The score is 6-6, tied ball game. Vieira with the serve. I believe that was a net violation on the Titans, resulting in a Miami-Dade point. 7-6 Sharks.
Right, you are. We had to wait for that call, but the ref finally gave it. It was a net violation. Carolina dinks it over, just over the net, and she ties this game up again, 7-7. Great play by Ana Carolina. She recognized that there's nobody in the general area in front of her over the net, and she just dinks it over, gets a point for her squad.
Filippo with the serve, gets it over the net.
Vieira hits that back up to Petronovic, and Nina Tite just taps it over. Miami-Dade with a free possession. Petronovic gets his back to Tite, who gets it over to Anna Carolina. Another good hit by Miami-Dade and a good block, but it falls out of bounds for a Miami-Dade point. Anna Carolina tried to block that ball, send it back over the net, but was unable to. Soon Wan Ting with the service, 8 serving 7. Anna Carolina gives a free possession over to Miami-Dade, and it's hit at the net and falls out of bounds again for a Miami-Dade point. 9-7, Miami-Dade leads in this first set. Again with the service is Soon Wan Ting. Vieira gets it to Tite, who gets it to Taxis, and she sends it down. The libero, Camila Hernandez, is unable to get to that ball. And that's a point for Lady Titans.
Taxis, one of the few Americans on St. Petersburg College team. She's a local.
Good hit by Miami-Dade, and Nina Tite is unable to dig that ball. Bounces off of her and hits the ground. Point Miami-Dade.
The score is 10 serving 8, Sharks.
And that serve is a little too strong by Hernandez. Goes about a foot out of bounds. That's a point for SBC. It will be 9 serving 10 here in this first set. Anna Carolina with the service. Good serve by Carolina. Oh, no, just a little too strong. Again, back-to-back aces in the wrong direction. It will be 11 serving 9 for Miami-Dade. Lady Vargas here with the service for the Sharks. Good serve, Sesha gets it over to Tite, who gets it over to Petronovic. Monster hit, and somehow Miami-Dade keeps that ball up and gets it back over the net. Petronovic again with the service, and that attack is a little too strong, unable to get the kill. Point for Miami-Dade.
Great job by number 6, Lady Vargas for the Sharks. Taking the ball off the face, staying in play.
And she gets the service here again. 12 serving 9. It's been a very intense match so far. Both teams look about even. And that serve is a little too strong as well. Another point for the Lady Titans.
And a great ball by Sesha. Realizing that ball was going to be out of bounds, calling it. That's why she's a libero, which is a defensive specialist for our team. She gets the serve. Sharks sent it over, blocked at the line. Carolina to Petronovic.
Great dig by Soon Wan Ting. Sesha gets it over to Petronovic. And that attack is again a little too strong. Miami-Dade gets the point. Petronovic has not been accurate so far with her attacks. That is the, I believe, 3rd time an attack by her has gone out of bounds.
Another great call by Soon Wan Ting, realizing that ball was going out. Point for the Sharks, 13-10. We've got Maciel Matos with the serve. Carolina digs it out. To Vieira. Finds the open spot on the court, and these Titans are feeling it.
Great recognition by Vieira. There was nobody in front of her. She just sent it straight down for a Lady Titans point. Petronovic here with the service, 11 serving 13. You can see Coach Scott White of the Lady Titans giving out signals to Petronovic on where to put that ball. I imagine that she put it exactly where White wanted her to, but it results in a point for Miami-Dade. Andrade with the service. And Manafluvo with a huge hit, somehow kept up by Miami-Dade again somehow kept up by Miami-Dade. And Amanda Filippo for the third try gets that ball to the ground over the net for a point for the Lady Titans. That was great perseverance by Miami-Dade. They somehow kept that ball up 2 separate occasions. But Amanda Filippo would not be stopped. She gets the point for her squad.
I'll tell you what, Chris, Filippo sure got up there with that vertical jump.
Yeah, you and I were talking on the way here. She has a great vertical. She can really get up there. And that ball stays on the net and falls back over to the Miami-Dade side, and it's kept up. Amanda Filippo again sends that ball down on the block. Gets 2 consecutive points for her squad. 13-14 here in this first set. SBC will get the service. Vieira again.
This fan section for the Titans trying to get their team going, and Vieira with an ace. Nice shot by the freshman. Vieira and Filippo are both from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, played for the same beach volleyball team.
Vieira was very good on that serve. Saw that there was nobody on the left front side of the court. Just put it right there, and nobody was able to get to it for Miami-Dade. And a huge hit by Miami-Dade, and Tina Sesha is unable to dig that ball cleanly. Point for Miami-Dade.
Miami-Dade, as well as St. Pete College, have a very diverse team. All people from different countries around the world, including China, Brazil, Colombia, Puerto Rico, and more for Miami-Dade, where the Titans have Slovenia, Serbia, Germany, and more.
And Miami-Dade gets called with a 2-touch off the hit by Filippo. That's another point for SBC as they tie this match up, this setup, I should say, at 15-all. Filippo with the service, 15-15. Good serve by Filippo. Soon Wan Ting with the hit. Filippo gets it over to Tite, who gets it over to Carolina. She sends it over, it's blocked. Vieira sends it over back to Tite, back to Carolina. Way to keep that ball up by Miami-Dade. And Texas blocks that ball. Vieira digs that ball by Miami-Dade. Anna Carolina again with a hit. Great volley we're seeing here. And that attack by Miami-Dade goes out of bounds for Lady Titans point. They take their first lead of this set. 16-15 here in this first set.
Chris, I've got a feeling this game's going to be one back and forth. Both two very talented teams. We've got Filippo with the serve. Gets it over to Libero. And a spike by Soon Win Ting goes out of bounds. Titans up by 2, 17-15. And Coach Benoit for the Miami-Dade College Shark calls a timeout, try and stop St. Petersburg College's momentum. Great call by the coach. We're at the FCSAA state tournament, where this is the NJCAA district. Multiple different conferences from Florida. Right now we have the Suncoast Conference champions, St. Petersburg College, going up against the Southern Conference runner-up, Miami-Dade College. Great match here so far. 17-5, St. Petersburg Titans lead. 17-15, excuse me. Chris, both of these teams playing to get a chance to go out to Wyoming. What do they have to do here within this weekend?
Well, they got to win a couple times. That's for sure. 2 wins here gets you to the state championship game. If you win, if you make it to the state championship game, you automatically make it to the national tournament. And if you make it to the third place game and win that game, you are automatically in the national tournament as well. Like you said, it's in Casper, Wyoming. That'd be a great trip for both teams to make. Taxis gets it over to Tight, who gets it over to Carolina. Good attack, and it's inbounds. Another great hit by Anna Carolina.
That ball did go out of bounds. However, it did hit a Miami-Dade player's hand on the way out, resulting in a point for the Titans, 18-15. Filippo with the serve. Wen Ting bringing it down with authority. A nice spike down the middle for the Miami-Dade Sharks. They get another point on the board.
That was a great spike by Sun Wen Ting out of China. Absolutely ferocious. She gets the service, and a bad dig by Anna Carolina as that ball goes out of bounds for another Miami-Dade point. 18-17 here in this first set. SBC leads.
Effective timeout call by the coach, resulting in the Sharks going 2-1 since the timeout. Tight sets up Carolina, and that ball is hit and then sent out of bounds. Point for the St. Petersburg College Titans.
That ball was almost blocked at the net, but Miami-Dade was only able to get their fingertips to it, and it went out of bounds. It's another point for SBC.
Nina Tight, the sophomore from Germany, with the serve. Just taps it over and a little too far for Vieira to hit the ball back. Nice shot by Jaime. Pamela Jaime is a sophomore from the Dominican Republic, standing 6 foot. Libero, Chelsea Luciano.
That's another point for Miami-Dade as they tie this match up. Anna Carolina with the attack, and it goes out of bounds. Another point for Miami-Dade. They take the lead here again in this first set, 20-19. Good attack by Texas as it's dug up and kept alive by Miami-Dade. Tai gets it over to Anna Carolina, and it's tipped. Sun Wen Ting has to hit it up now. Vieira gets it over to Nina Tight. Texas miscommunication. Petronovic ends up barely tapping that ball over, and Miami-Dade gets an easy point here after that miscommunication by the Lady Titans.
Timeout by Coach Scott White. We return to action here. Joining me is Chris Valentine. I'm Marshall Watrous, where your Miami-Dade Sharks are leading your St. Petersburg College Titans 21-19.
And a bad serve by the libero for Miami-Dade, Camille Hernandez. Tight gets it over to Anna Carolina. It's tapped. Sun Wen Ting gets it over. Vieira to Tight. Back to Anna Carolina. Good hit, dug up by Miami-Dade. Texas gets it up to back to tight. Anna Carolina one more time, dinks it over. And a point for the Lady Titans. Great perseverance. They had 3 or 4 opportunities on that possession, but were unable to capitalize, and they finally get the point. 20-21 as Anna Carolina gets the point, earns the serve here in this first set. And she subbed off for Lily Hofstetter. Coach Scott White likes to use Hofstetter as a serve specialist. Normally comes on for Carolina when Carolina is at the ready for the serve. Good service by Hofstetter. Texas gets it over to tight. She dinks it over. And I believe that was a double touch by Nina Tight. It's a point for Miami-Dade. Lady Vargas here with the service, 22 serving 20 in this first set. Miami-Dade leads.
Vargas, a freshman from Columbia, stands 5'3".
Tight gets it over to Petronovic. Good dink. Kept up by the Miami-Dade Sharks. And a huge hit, and it just goes off of Nina Tight. She tried to dodge that ball, but it was going too fast. Hits her, goes out of bounds for a Miami-Dade point. Scott White calls another timeout. We'll be right back. We're back here as Lady Vargas is about to start things off again with a service 23 serving 20. Miami-Dade leads in this first set. Tight gets it over to Texas. Barely gets it over the net. It hits the net, falls down. But Miami-Dade keeps it up. Petronovic with the dink. Again kept up by Miami-Dade. Carolina gets it over to Tight. Gets it over to Vieira. And I believe that was a net violation by the Lady Titans. Another point for Miami-Dade. That's set point here as they lead 24-20. Vargas again with the service, and it's too strong. Goes out of bounds. SBC gets another point. Stays alive here in this set.
Filippo subs on for Texas. Sasha, the sophomore from Serbia, with a serve. And that ball cannot be returned. Miami-Dade Sharks win the first set.
That was a great attempt by Anna Carolina to keep that ball up. But Tina Sesha was unable to keep that ball up as well, as when she hit it, it fell down to the ground for a Miami-Dade point and a Miami-Dade victory in this first set. We'll take about a 3-minute break. We will be right back live from the Bradenton Civic Center at the FCSAA Women's Volleyball State Tournament. And we are back here live to start this second set from the Bradenton Civic Center at the FCSAA State Volleyball Tournament. Soon Wen Ting of Miami-Dade starts us off with an ace. Miami-Dade gets the point there. Miami-Dade took the first set 25-21. SBC looks to rebound.
Chris, what do you think about that first set?
Well, it was back and forth pretty much the entire set, but Miami-Dade was able to pull away at the end as SBC gets that point. Ties it up 1-1 here in this second set. And that serve by Anna Carolina hits the net and falls down for another Miami-Dade point. Hernandez with the service, 2 serving 1. Tight gets it over to Petronovic. She dinks it over the defense. Soon Wen Ting has to hit it over. Vieira gets it over to Tight, who gets it back over to Petronovic. Soon Wen Ting gets it back. And a monster hit by number 10, Pamela Jaime. Wow, that was a really strong hit by Jaime, as she gets another point for her Lady Sharks. Miami-Dade leads 3-1.
Camilla Hernandez, the libero, with the service.
Good hit by Taxis, barely kept up by Miami-Dade. Anna Carolina gets it to Tight again. Anna Carolina dinks it over. Camila Hernandez. And I believe that was a double touch by SBC. Another point for the Lady Sharks.
A couple boos from the stands. I don't think the St. Petersburg College student section liked that call.
Correction, I believe the ref halted play and decided that the point didn't count. And if you've watched our broadcast at the gymnasium at the Gibbs campus of St. Petersburg College, you know that the rafters are in play as that ball hits the lights. It's able to be kept up by Miami-Dade, but SBC gets the point anyway.
Tina Seisha with the service. She gets it over. Sharks looking to set something up. Taps it over. Seisha returns it. Carolina hits it back over. Tight sets it up for Petronovic. She spikes it and is returned. Filippo dumps it right under. Great heads-up play by the freshman.
She saw that the ball was coming near the net, and she didn't want Miami-Dade to get a touch on it. She just sends it back down to the ground for an SBC point. Sesha again here at the service, 3 serving 3. And an ace by Filippo as Soon Wen Ting is unable to dig that ball up. That's another point for SBC. They lead 4-3 here in this second set. Sesha got the ace. She gets the service again. Good serve by Sesha. And a better block by Filippo. Barely kept up by the libero, Hernandez. And Vieira sends that ball back down for another point for SBC. 5-3 here in this second set. Sesha with the service again. And miscommunication by Miami-Dade. That's another ace by Sesha. That's her second one in 3 attempts.
Sesha definitely improved her serve from the beginning of the game, where she failed to get it over the net a couple times. Positive improvement by the sophomore.
And you gave her the kiss of death there, Marshall. She hits the net on that serve, falls down for a Miami-Dade point. Lady Vargas here with the service, 4 serving 6. Carolina gets it over to Tight. Gets it over to Petronovic. Good hit by Petronovic. And that hit by number 13, Maciel Matos, is sent straight to the ground. SBC can't get to it. 6-5 here. SBC leads in this second set.
Lady Vargas with the serve. Beatrice Vieira, the huge hit, turning it over. Matos, with a huge hit, goes out of bounds. Excuse me, stays in play. Ref calls it in. Score is tied up, 6-6 here in the second set.
Vargas again with the service, all tied up here in the second set at 6. Petronovic with the ferocious hit. The libero, Camila Hernandez, cannot get out of the way, and that ball hit her in the face and falls down to the ground. SBC retakes the lead here, 7-6. Petronovic got the point, earns the serve. Good serve by Petronovic. Anna Carolina gets it over to Tight. Gets it over to Vieira. She dinks it over. Almost another miscommunication by Miami-Dade. Filippo with the huge hit. It's hit at the net by Miami-Dade, but falls down for a point for the Lady Titans. They lead 8-6.
Petronovic with the service. Vargas sets it up for Matos. Petronovic digs it out. Vieira with the spike. And the fans are not liking that call.
A ball from the other court came into play. SBC is arguing that it disrupted their play. The SBC student section who traveled over here wants the call as well. And the ref is not going to give it to him. They give the point to Miami-Dade. SBC is not happy about this. Coach Scott White is very upset.
A huge dig by Carolina, which sets up a Vieira spike, and she gets the point.
SBC retakes that point that was given to Miami-Dade on that incoming ball. Vieira got the point, earns the serve. It'll be 9-7 here in the second set. Hernandez with the hit. And a block by SBC. And another point for the Lady Titans. 10-7 here in this second set. Vieira again with the service. Good serve by Vieira. Hernandez gets it over to Matos. And she sends it down for a Miami-Dade point.
If you're just now joining us, Coach Benoit and her Miami-Dade Sharks took the first set 25-21. However, your St. Petersburg College Titans are leading this set 10-9.
That was a good serve by Andrade. Tina Session was unable to get a clean hit. Sends it backwards for a Miami-Dade point. Andrade again with the service. Sesha cleanly hits that one. And it's sent back over by, I believe, number 12, Deborah Constanza, for another Lady Sharks point. We're tied here 10-10 in this second set. Miami-Dade took the first set 25-21. They lead 1-0. And a huge hit by Filippo, and it's touched by Miami-Dade. That's a point for SBC.
Vargas shaking her head on that one.
She knows she should have got to that. Filippo earns the service with her point. Gets it over to Hernandez. Sun Wenting. I'm sorry, Vargas. Petronova gets it over to Vieira. She has to give Miami-Dade a free possession. And Miami-Dade sends it back over for a free possession for SBC. And a great heads-up play by Nina Tight. She went up for the set, but saw that there was nobody in front of her and sent it down over the net. That's another point for SBC.
Tight with a little trickery. Looking like she was going to set something up, just dumps it right over.
Petronovic served that ball, and Miami-Dade is unable to get that attack over the net. It hits the net, falls down for another SBC point. 13-10 here in this second set as Coach Benoit of Miami-Dade calls a timeout.
And we are back here at the Bradenton Area Convention Center off Haven Boulevard in Palmetto, Florida. We've got the Miami-Dade Sharks taking on the St. Petersburg College Titans. Sharks took the first set, 1-0. Titans lead right now, 13-10. Got Amanda Filippo with the serves.
That was a great dig by Beatriz Vieira.
I think the coaches for Miami-Dade are a little bit upset, thinking the ball touched the ground. Great job by the Titans playing till the whistle.
Filippo with the service, 14 serving 10. And that attack somehow stays in bounds for a Miami-Dade point. From this angle, it looked like it went a little out of bounds, but the ref had a better view than I did.
Great shot by Matos, keeping that ball in bounds. 14-11, Titans.
Good serve by Velasquez. Vieira dinks it over, hits the net, confuses number 12, Constanzo. And that's another point for Miami-Dade. 14-12. Velasquez again with the service, and it's sent down by Brittany Taxis. Huge hit by Taxis. She gets another point for SBC. 15-12 here in this second set.
SBC looking to win this set where they lost the first set 25-21.
And another point for Miami-Dade. 15-13. It will be Sun Wen Ting with the service. 13-15 here in this second set. Anna Carolina with the huge hit. Velasquez got a hand to it, but couldn't keep control. That's a point for SBC.
Hofstetter subbing in. She gets the service.
Good serve by Hofstetter. And a good heads-up play by number 12, Deborah Constanzo. She saw that there was no SBC Lady Titan in the back of the court, and she sends it right over, dinks it over the entire defense for a point for Miami-Dade.
Libero, number 8, Camila Hernandez with the serve. Tight sets it up.
Another huge hit by Texas. My gosh. 2 points in a row for SBC have come from that huge hand of Brittany Taxis.
That front line for the Titans is dangerous. Between Taxis, Petronovic, and Filippo, they sure are getting it done up front. Again, Vieira with the block. However, the ball goes out of bounds, resulting in a Miami-Dade Sharks point.
Lady Vargas with the service, 15 serving 17. Carolina gets it to tight. She gets it over to Nina Petronovic. Somehow kept up by Miami-Dade. Petronovic again with the big hit. Somehow kept up again. Miami-Dade playing great defense right now. Beatrice Vieira, that ball is not kept up. She gets the point for SVC. 18-15 here in the second set. Petronovic with the service, 18 serving 15. Good serve by Petronovic. Constanzo can't get a great hit on it as Petronovic gets it over to Filippo, and that ball's a little too strong as that lands out of bounds for a Miami-Dade point.
Matos with the service. Sharks looking to regain a lead. Down 18-16 in the second set.
Powerful serve by Matos. Powerful hit by number 11, Rafaela Bonifacio, but it's blocked up front by the Lady Titans defense and sent back down for a point. SPC leads 19-16 here in the second set. Beatriz Vieira with the service.
Well deserved after that huge block.
And a great attempt to keep that ball in play by Beatriz Vieira, but she is unable to keep that ball up. Point for the Miami-Dade. Andrade here with the service. 17 serving 19 in the second set.
Andrade from Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Good dink by Amanda Filippo. You just got to hit it where they ain't. And she did that, gets a point for Lady Titans. 20-17. Amanda Filippo got the point, earned the serve. 20 serving 17. Good serve by Filippo. Vargas gets it over to Sunwon Ting. It's blocked by Taxis. Sunwon Ting again, blocked up front. Tight, gets it over to Anna Carolina. Huge hit, and Lady Vargas is unable to control that ball. That's another point for the Lady Titans.
Carolina, another Brazilian on the team. You can tell how big of a sport volleyball is in that country, as both teams have at least 3 Brazilians on their team.
And a timeout called by head coach Benoit of Miami-Dade. We'll be right back.
we're back halfway through the second set where the St. Petersburg College Titans are leading over the Miami-Dade Sharks 21-17. Amanda Filippo gets the ball over. Lady Vargas sets it up.
Good dig by Vieira as Petronova gets it over to Taxis. Free possession for Miami-Dade. And I didn't see the signal by the ref, but they signaled that it was a Miami-Dade point. I didn't see the call. Velasquez here with the service. 18 serving 21. Vieira gets it over to Tite, gets it over to Petronovic. Good hit by Petronovic, kept up by Hernandez. Sesha keeps it up to Carolina, to Vieira. Sun Ting to Matos. And a huge hit by Maciel Matos as Beatriz Vieira is unable to keep that ball up. 21-19 here in the second set.
Vieira with a diving attempt, just can't seem to get a hand on that ball and get it over.
That's the second time that we've seen Vieira dive for that ball. She's really laying it all on the line for this tournament. Sun Ting with the service, 19 serving 21. Vieira gets it over to Carolina, sends it over. And that ball is just out of bounds for a Miami-Dade point, 21-20. Timeout called by SBC coach Scott White. After that timeout by Coach Benoit of Miami-Dade, the Sharks have gotten out to a 3-0 lead. 3-0 run since that timeout. Scott White really wants to stop that, get the momentum back on his side.
Titans looking to break the curse of 21, as that's the most points they've got in the first set.
Speaking of curses, if you've been living under a rock for the past about 2 weeks, maybe for the entire baseball season, you saw that the Chicago Cubs broke their 108-year curse of never winning a World Series, and it's finally over. Congratulations to them.
Chris, what'd you think about that game?
I thought it was the best baseball game ever played. Just my opinion, as Sun Ting sends it over. Good dig by Wenting. And a good attempt again by Vieira, a diving attempt. She's unable to get a good grasp on that ball. We're all tied here at 21.
And a huge spike by Brittany Taxis. Great hit up front for the sophomore.
And we've seen that all season by Brittany Taxis. She's been amazing up front, both offensively and defensively, as we get the service by Nina Tite. And there's that defense again. The combination of Anna Carolina and Brittany Taxis. SBC leads 23-21. Tight with the service, 23-21 here in this second set. Miami-Dade took the first set. SBC's looking to rebound. Take that second set, tie it all at 1. SBC student section getting pretty rowdy over here. Good service by Nina Tite. Matos with the good hit. Tite gets it over to Petronovic. Blocked at the front. Stays over. Sesha gets it over to Tite. Gets it over to Anna Carolina. Big hit just inside the boundaries. SBC gets the set point here in the second set. They lead 24-21.
Titans looking to put this set away as Tite gets the serve.
Good serve by Tite. Soon Ting gets it over to Vargas. Gets it over to Constanzo. Tite gets it over to Petronovic. Big hit. And a SBC wins this set 25-21. The complete opposite of the first set. We're all tied here in this match, 1-1 on sets. We'll be right back in about 3 minutes. You are watching the FCSAA Volleyball State Tournament here at the Bradenton Civic Center. I'm Chris Valentine alongside Marshall Watrous, bringing you the action. We'll be right back.
And we are back here. The third set of this matchup between the St. Petersburg College Titans and the Miami-Dade Sharks. Titans starting off strong with a 1-0 lead. Another serve by Nina Tite from Schfinn, Germany, sophomore.
Good service by Tite. Even better block by Brittany Taxis. Miami-Dade looked to have a good play going, but Taxis said, no, this is going to be my point. 2-0 here in this third set. Good service by Nina Tite. Matos with a good hit. Again, Beatriz Vieira keeps diving for these balls, but they're just out of reach almost every time. She's showing a lot of heart today. Hernandez with the service for Miami-Dade. Carolina gets it over to Tite. Gets it over to Petronovic. It's blocked, but goes out of bounds for an SBC point. 3-1 here in this third set.
Hofstetter subs on to take the serve.
Good dig by Hofstetter. Nina Tite keeps that up. Petronovic sends it over. Good hit by Maciel Matos. And she gets another point for Miami-Dade. SPC leads 3-2. Lady Vargas subbed on for the service. It will be 2 serving 3.
Vargas gets it over. Tight sets it up for Petronovic. She gets it over. Shark setting something up. And it hits Taxis in the face, drops on SPC's side of the court. Point for the Sharks.
That ball went off Tax's hand, hits the top of the net, and ricocheted back towards her face, like you said, Marshall. Vargas here with the service, 3 serving 3. Carolina gets it to Nina Tite, gets it over to Taxis. She dinks it over. Hernandez hits it up. And Matos again with a huge hit. She gets another point for the Lady Sharks. It will be 4 serving 3 as Vargas gets to serve again. Short serve by Vargas. Tina Sesha has to dive to save that ball. Taxis gets it over to Nina Tite. Gets it over to Beatrice Vieira. Good hit by Beatrice Vieira. She ties this match up again. 4-4 here in this third set.
This is going to be another one of those matches going back and forth, Chris. How would you assess the Titans did the second set compared to the first set?
Well, they won the second set as opposed to the first set, so I think they did a little bit better. They looked better communicating and serving, and their defense looked really strong as Taxis, Petronovic, and Filippo, all three actually, got a few really good blocks for points. Carolina gets it over to Nina Tite, gets it over to Nina Petronovic. That hit goes high. That's a point for the Lady Titans. 5-5 here in this third set. Petronovic with the service. Good serve by Petronovic. Sun Wen-Ting with the hit. Tite keeps it up, gets it over to Beatrice Vieira. Good dink, kept up by Hernandez. Sun Wen-Ting with the hit. That ball is blocked, but sent back out of bounds for a Lady Sharks point.
Number 18, Andrada with the serve.
Huge hit by Vieira. Barely kept up by Andrada. And that attack goes out of bounds for a Lady Titans point. 6-6 again.
You could tell Petronovic was a little hesitant on that one, whether she should hit it, seeing if it was going to go out of bounds or not. Great eye by the sophomore.
She made the right decision there, Marshall.
Yes, she did. And Vieira gets a serve over.
Good defensive effort by Amanda Filippo as she sends that ball back for another Lady Titans point. We called her name a lot in the second set. I think we're going to call her name a lot here in this third set. Vieira again with the service. 7 serving 6.
Vieira, Filippo's beach volleyball partner in Brazil, gets the ball over.
Great dig by Anna Carolina. Good reflexes. Another good dig, this time by Vieira. Petronovic has to send it over. Free possession for Miami-Dade. Tight. Gets it over to Seshu, gets it over to Petronovic. Big hit, kept up. Sun Wen-Ting. Carolina sends it over. A free possession, free hit for Miami-Dade as they take that point, 7-7.
Great defensive effort by both teams on that one. Hitting it back and forth, great communication. Well-deserved point for the Lady Sharks.
Velasquez with the service. 7-all here in this third set. Amanda Filippo with a big hit as two Lady Sharks go for it. Neither one of them come up as SBC gets the point. Filippo with the service. 8 serving 7. And that serve goes out of bounds. Not what Filippo wanted on that serve. Sun Wen-ting with the service. Sasha keeps it up, gets it over to Nina Tai, gets it over to Anna Carolina. Kept up again by Sun Wen-ting. Kept up again by Sun Wen-ting. Petronovic gets it over to Tait, gets it over to Taxis. Huge hit. Hernandez and Sun Wen-ting were unable to get to that ball as Taxis gets a kill. SBC retakes the lead 9-8.
Great point by the Titans, but I got to give it to Wen-ting. Having those two digs, one of which off of her knees, great defensive heads-up play by the freshman.
And Sesha unable to get to that dig as that ball falls for a Miami-Dade point. Tied here again at 9. Hernandez with the serve. The ref pauses to wipe off some sweat, I believe, on the court. Don't want any players slipping on that. Good serve by Hernandez. Sesha gets it over to Taitu, gets it over to Petronovic. Back to Hernandez. Oh, great diving dig by Vieira. Anna Carolina gets it back over. Good defensive effort by SBC there. Sesha gets it over to Carolina, who gets it over to Vieira. She sends it over. Matos, and it's blocked by Taxis and Petronovic. SBC is fired up here as they get that point on the volley. Miami-Dade had a few really good opportunities to put SBC away, but they couldn't, and SBC takes advantage, gets the point.
Titans were frantically trying to get that volley over with. Ball going back and forth, couple acrobatic digs. Great job by the Titans on getting a point on that one, 10-9.
And another bad serve by Sesha. She hasn't been great on serves. She's been a little inconsistent. She got 2 aces. She's also hit the net a couple times. 10-10 here in this third set. SPC is talking to the official about something. Can't hear him from all the way over here, but SPC doesn't look too happy. I think there might be something dripping from the roof, which keeps landing on SPC's side of the court. They've had to wipe something up a few times. Vargas here with the service, 10-all. Sesha hits that ball a little too hard. That's a point for Miami-Dade. Vargas again with the service. Sesha gets it over to Taitu, gets it over to Petronovic, and it's blocked up front but falls down. That's an SBC point. Amanda Filippo subbed on for Tiana Sesha. Brittany Taxis with the service. 11-all. And a great hit by Maciel Matos. Brittany Taxis couldn't get out of the way again. That ball, I think, hit her in the face one more time. That's the second or third time she's been hit. 11-12 here in this third set. Miami-Dade leads. Matos with the service. Vieira sends it over. Gets it over to Sun Wen Ting. Sesha. And I believe there was a double touch by Vieira on that play. That's a point for Miami-Dade.
Matos with the serve. Dug out by Carolina. Petronovic hits it over. Vargas sets it up. Petronovic sets it up. Vieira with the spike, and it's blocked. Vargas again to Wen Ting, and a huge spike by Sun Wen Ting again. Getting it done both on the offensive and defensive side of the volleyball court.
Smart timeout by Coach Scott White. Miami-Dade has all the momentum here in this third set as they lead 14-11. We'll be right back with some FCSAA State Tournament Volleyball.
And we're back here halfway through the second set. Excuse me, the third set, where the Miami-Dade Sharks are leading over the St. Petersburg College Titans 14-11. Sets are tied up 1-1. Sharks taking the first one, Titans the second. Matos here with the service. Carolina digs it out to Vieira. And that's a point for the Titans. Vieira, nice spike. 14-12.
That serve hit the net, and Vieira's attack also hit the net, but that one falls down for a point.
Petronovic with a serve. Vargas sets it up for Wen Ting. Powerful spike, but Sesha digs it out. Vieira returns one. It's blocked. Wen Ting taps it over. Petronovic returns it. Filippo returns it. Vargas sets it up. Tight sets it up for Petronovic. Nina to Nina. And that ball is hit over into St. Pete College territory. Point for the Lady Sharks. 12-15.
Great volley there. Both teams had multiple opportunities to put it away, and Miami-Dade took advantage.
A huge part of this Titans defense is their starting libero, Megan Towser, who is out with an ACL injury.
That's a big blow to this Titan squad. Towser has pretty much been the leader of the team. She played very well throughout the season, and she got hurt right before their last game. I'm sure they're missing her right now.
Score is 16-12. Lady Sharks over the Lady Titans.
Amanda Filippo with the big hit, kept up by Vargas. And that attack by Bonifacio is hit by Beatriz Vieira and falls down out of bounds for a Miami-Dade point. 17-12 here in this third set. Andrada with the service. Tight gets it over to Vieira. Big hit by Vieira. That's a point for your Lady Titans. Vieira with the service, 13 serving 17. Soft serve by Vieira. Vieira with the great dig. Tight gets it over to Petronovic. Hernandez keeps that ball up. And Vieira with another great dig. Petronovic with the attack. Kept up by Matos. Soon Ting has to hit it over. Tight gets it over to Amanda Filippo. Petronovic keeps it up after the block by Sun Ting. Vieira sends it back over. Blocked up front by Amanda Filippo. And Carolina with the attack. Blocked up front. And Miami-Dade gets the point. Great rally by both teams. Miami-Dade comes out on top with the point. 18-13 here in this third set.
I'll tell you what, those outside hitters for the Lady Sharks are deadly. Between Bonifacio, Matos, and Win Ting, they're getting it done. Velasquez with the serve. Point for the Titans as Amanda Filippo takes the service.
Good serve by Filippo. And the dig by, I believe it was Hernandez, goes a little too far. And Anna Carolina sends that ball to the ground. Another point for SBC. (15 serving 8 here with the service by Filippo. Wen Ting with a big hit and a little too strong on that as he goes out of bounds for another SBC point. Filippo gets the serve again. 16-18. Good serve by Filippo. Hernandez gets it over. Sun Ting with a huge hit. Taxis gets a hand on it, unable to keep it controlled. It falls to the ground for a Miami-Dade point.
Taxis not backing down at all, taking 2 shots off the face today, but she's still contesting that ball.
Sun Ting here with the service, 19 serving 16. Easy serve by Wen Ting. Anna Carolina with a huge hit. And Andrade is unable to keep control. That falls for a Lady Titans point. The SBC student section over here is rocking right now. They're banging on the bleachers. They're excited right now. They know that SBC can really take advantage in this match with a set win. And that attack by Matos had great dip on it. It looked like it was going to go out, so Tina Sesha let the ball go, and it falls in for a Miami-Dade point. Hernandez with the service. Carolina gets it over to Tight. And Taxis takes it over. Vieira gets it over to Tight again. Petronovic with the attack. Hernandez keeps that ball up. Matos with the attack. Petronovic one more time. It's kept up. But I believe it was a net violation by Petronovic. That's a point for Miami-Dade.
Timeout by head coach Scott White for the Titans.
We'll be right back from the Bradenton Civic Center with FCSA State Tournament Volleyball. SBC student section is chanting the name of baseball coach Ryan Beckman. I do not believe he is in attendance today, but they're showing their support for him anyway. Good dig by Nina Tite, able to keep that ball up. Carolina sends it over. And a good hit by number 3, Paula Loro. She gives Miami-Dade a 5-point advantage here, 22-17.
We've got a slight delay as a ball from another game rolls on the court. Great call by the official. As we have number 8, Camila Hernandez on the serve.
Good hit by Anna Carolina. It's blocked up front but falls out of bounds. SBC gets another point, 18-22 here in this third set. Lily Hofstetter subbed on for the serve. Good serve by Hofstetter. And Sesha's dig attempt is unable to be kept up. And that's a point for Miami-Dade. Lady Vargas here with the service, 24 serving 18. Vieira sends it over to Tite. And Taxis takes it over. It's able to be kept up somehow by Miami-Dade. Taxis with a hit again, kept up by Hernandez. Matos with a hit. And Taxis gets a hand on it, and it falls down to the ground for a Miami-Dade point and set win. Miami-Dade wins this third set. They take a 2-1 set advantage. It's a best of 5, so if Miami-Dade wins one more set, they win it all. SBC needs to win the next 2 to stay alive. We'll be right back after about a 3-minute break. I'm Chris Valentine alongside Marshall Watchers, bringing you FCSAA State Tournament Volleyball at the Bradenton Convention Center. We'll be right back.
And we are back here at the Bradenton Convention Center where the Miami-Dade Lady Sharks are taking on the St. Petersburg College Lady Titans. It's a 2-1 set advantage for the Miami-Dade Lady Sharks as they won the first and the third. Titans winning the second. Great matchup so far, Chris. What do you think?
Like you said, it's been a great matchup so far. Both sets have gone back and forth, and the team that wins has taken a late advantage. It's been a very close game. As Petronovic's attack goes a little bit too far, first point of the set goes to Miami-Dade. Soon Munting here with the service. Good hit by Anna Carolina. Vieira has to send it over. Hernandez gets it over. Sasha to Anna Carolina. Big hit. Just out of bounds. The ref calls it. Falls down for a Miami-Dade point.
Win Ting with a great effort on that one. She's got the service. Carolina hits it over. Matos with the outside hit. Dug out by Tight. Carolina hits it over.
That ball was punched over by Constanzo. Hernandez gets it over. Matos with a big hit, and it goes out of bounds for SBC's first point of the set. Correction, that point went to Miami-Dade. I didn't see what they called it, but I'm not the ref, so. Now SBC gets the point. Lily Hofstetter here with the service, 1 serving 3. Short serve hits the net, falls over to the other side, and a huge hit by Beatriz Vieira. That was a monster hit, and I think it hit number 7 Velasquez in the face.
And a great hit by Vieira. This is a must-win set for the Titans in order to make it go to a set 5. Set 5s are played to 15 points rather than 25.
Hofstetter with the serve. Hit over. I believe Matos again. And Constanzo with the point there. She gets another point as Miami-Dade takes a 4-2 advantage.
Hernandez with the serve. Tight sets it up for Vieira. This is dug out by Hernandez. Goes out of bounds on the Titans side. Point for the Titans.
Great attempt by Hernandez. She dove for that ball and got a hand on it, but was a little too strong and a little too inaccurate as SBC gets the point.
Amanda Silva looking to continue her education next year at Florida Atlantic University for the beach volleyball team. She's got the service.
That ball barely gets over the net, hits the net twice. And Miami-Dade is able to take advantage. That attack hits the out-of-bounds marker. That's inbounds. That's a point. Lady Vargas with the service, 5 serving 3 here in this 4th set. Tai gets it over to Petronovic. And a double touch by, I believe, Anna Carolina. I'm sorry, Nina Tight. That's a point for Miami-Dade.
We got number 6, Lady Vargas from Colombia with the service. Dug out by Vieira. Spike by Vieira, but that goes way out of bounds. Point for the Miami-Dade Lady Sharks.
Miami-Dade has stormed out to a 7-3 advantage here in this fourth set. Vargas with the serve. And a big hit by number 3, Paula Loro. 8-3 here in this fourth set. Good serve by Vargas. Beatrice Vieira with the big hit. And a net violation, I believe. I'm sorry, double touch. That's a point for the Lady Titans.
And a sign of relief for the Titans as they tried to stop that streak going by the Sharks. 4-8.
Good serve by Petronovic. Good attempt by Amanda Silva. Amanda Silva keeps that ball, gets it over the net. And that attack by Velasquez hits the net and falls down. That's a point for your Lady Titans.
2-0 lead for the Titans as Nina Petronovic has got the service. Petronovic, a sophomore from Slovenia. She gets it over the net. Vargas sets it up to Matos. Outside hit. Dug out by Carolina. Vieira with a huge spike for the Titans.
Big hit by Vieira there. Gets this match within 2 points.
3-0 run, and that was well needed.
Petronovic will serve again. 6 serving 8. Good serve by Petronovic. Dinked over by Bonifacio. Big hit by Amanda Filippo. And this is a 1-point set right now.
Titans momentum starting to carry over, getting points on the board. They trail by 1 point as Nina Petronovic gets the service.
And this 4-point run by SBC has got their student section bumping. They're going crazy right now. Good hit by Matos. Petronovic dove for that ball, but was unable to keep it in play. Point for Miami-Dade.
It's hard to return a ball from the 6-foot outside hitter Matos as she has the service on this volley.
Good serve by Matos. Tight gets it over to Vieira. Dinks it over. Sunu and Ting. Vieira sends it back over. Hernandez got it over. And a good hit by Bonifacio. Gets to the point. Anna Carolina tried to keep that ball up, but was unable to. 7-10 here in this fourth set.
Matos with the service again. Gets it over the net, but barely. Point for the Lady Sharks. That's an ace. Lady Sharks lead 11-7 over the St. Petersburg College Titans. They also lead in sets 2-1. Matos again with the service.
SPC needs another run if they want to stay in this match. That's not how you do it. Ball went out of bounds off of Anna Carolina. It's another point for Miami-Dade as Coach Scott White calls the timeout. We'll be right back with FCSAA State Tournament Volleyball.
We return here from the timeout where the Miami-Dade Lady Sharks are leading over the St. Petersburg College Titans 12-7. Maciel Matos, the outside hitter with the service. Dug out by the Titans. Vieira hits it over. Vargas sets it up. And that ball is blocked at the line by, who else would it be? Filippo.
We've called her name quite a few times today. We're calling her name again right now. She's been great defensively. And Miami-Dade pretty much has no match for her when she's up front.
I don't think many people can compare with that vertical she has.
Reminds me kind of like a Muggsy Bogues.
Yeah, she can get up there for sure, as we have Vieira with the service. Hit a little too far out of bounds, resulting in a point for the Lady Sharks.
Andrade with the service, 13 serving 8. That ball goes out of bounds. That is an ace in the wrong direction for Miami-Dade. Point for SPC. Amanda Filippo with the service. 9 serving 13 here. The good hit.
We've got a serve here by number 7, Yamilet Velasquez. Huge outside hit by Carolina. It's dug out by the Sharks. Petronovic sets it up for Vieira. She hits it over. Wen Ting with another point. We've got a serve by number 7, Yamilet Velasquez. Carolina digs it out. She hits it over. Matos digs it out, falling down. And Taxis sends it over. However, it is dug out by the Sharks. Taxis with another one, kicked up. Great defensive play by the Sharks. Carolina just taps it over. Set up for Wen Ting. Vieira digs it out. And Carolina hits it, but it is blocked back onto her side. Point for the Sharks. I've got to say, that was probably the best defensive effort we've seen from both teams today.
Yeah, that defensive effort was crazy by Miami-Dade. Brittany Taxis had about 3 opportunities to get a point, but the Sharks would not let her. They came back and they ended up getting the point on a block, which is very fitting for that play.
Even a huge kick save in that where Wen Ting hits it back over. Great job by the Sharks.
And communication error again, like we saw in the first set. SPC really needs to fix those if they want to win this match. They're down 17-9 as Scott White calls another timeout. We'll be right back. And we're back here after that timeout. Yamilet Velasquez with the service for Miami-Dade as they lead 17-9 here in this fourth set. And now it's 18-9 in this fourth set as they get another point. Things are not looking good for SPC right now. They look like they're about to fall apart.
It's hard to get it over the 6'1" sophomore, Deborah Costanzo, number 12 on that last block. Pretty much a dunk over the net. Texas with a huge spike. Set up perfectly by Tight.
That was a huge hit. And I believe that was the Libero, Camila Hernandez, who tried to get a hand on that. She did get a hand on it, but had no chance in keeping control of that ball. Great hit by Texas. Sun Wen-Ting with another great hit as they take a 9-point advantage again. Miami-Dade leads 19-10. Sun Wen-Ting got the point, earned the serve. 19 serving 10 here in this fourth set. Carolina gets it to Tight, who gets it to Petronovic. Big hit. Hernandez saves it. And it is blocked by Anna Carolina at the net as SPC gets another point. It will be Carolina with the service, 11, serving 19. Nope. Scott White subs on Lily Hofstetter for Carolina. It will be Hofstetter with the service, 11, serving 19.
Hofstetter very consistent with her serves. Hopes to get it over the net on this one. Dug out by the libero. And again, that is Deborah Costanzo up front. Her height definitely plays a huge role into this one as she stands 6'1".
It's not looking good for SBC right now. They look like they're on the brink of elimination. If they lose today, it doesn't mean that they're out of the tournament. It just means that they got a long road to make it to the championship game. And that was mishit by Matos. She went up for the spike and missed the ball completely. 20-12 here in this fourth set.
You hardly see Matos whiff a ball like that. She always has a commanding hit from the outside, along with Wen-Ting and others on the Lady Sharks. Got Amanda Silva on the serve. Titans looking to regain some life as they are down 20-12.
Kept up by Nina Tight. Hit by Vieira over the net. Hernandez gets it over to Matos. Silva gets it over to Tight. She dinks it over. And miscommunication by the Sharks leads to another SBC point, 13-20 here in this fourth set. SBC looks to have some momentum building right now. Maybe they can establish that into more points. Maybe try to tie this game up. Served by Amanda Silva. Good serve. Sun Wen-Ting hits it. Silva gets it to Tight, who gets it to Vieira. Back over to Matos. And I believe that was a net violation by Miami-Dade. Another point for SBC. Silva with the service, 14 serving 20. Hernandez gets it over to Vargas, gets it over to Matos, and it's blocked up front by Nina Petronovic, 15-20. That's 3 straight points by SBC. They definitely have some momentum with them.
Silva with the serve for the Titans. She hits it just short. Point for the Lady Sharks, 21-15.
when you're trying to mount a comeback, you can't have mistakes like that. That could very well be costly for SBC. Vargas here with the serve. Good serve. Carolina gets it tight. She gets it over to Petrovic. She dinks it over. And it falls down for a point. SBC retakes that point that they just gave up.
Down by 5. We've got Nina Petronovic on the service.
Petronovic got the point. She earned the serve. 16 serving 21. And that serve is a little too far. It's a point for Miami-Dade.
We've got Matos with the service for the Lady Sharks. Set up. Filippo hits it. Finds a spot of the court where no one is at. Great job by the freshman from Brazil.
Great hit by Amanda Filippo. Pinpoint accuracy. Able to keep that ball in bounds. 17-22 as Beatriz Vieira serves the ball. SBC down by 5. Punched over. Petronova gets to it. Vieira hits it over. Free possession for Miami-Dade. Sun Wen Ting with the service. And a double touch, I believe, leads to another point for SBC. 18-22 here.
At this point, Miami-Dade's just looking to finish out this set as they are up by 4, 3 points away from match.
Good dig by Amanda Silva. That looked like a double touch. They didn't call it. But Sun Wen Ting's attack hits the net and falls down. That's a point for SBC anyway. No, never mind. They called that over the net. And a point for Miami-Dade. Miami-Dade 5-point advantage, and they lose that 5-point advantage. Now it's a 4-point advantage as that serve by Andrade hits the net and falls down. 19-23 here in this fourth set, correction.
Amanda Filippo with the serve. She gets it over. Wen Ting with a huge hit from the outside as Tight sets it up to Carolina. The libero digs it out. And that is a point for the Lady Titans.
That looked like a double touch. SBC cuts this advantage down to 3 for Miami-Dade. Amanda Filippo with the service again. SBC student section is getting pumped up right now. They really want their girls to come back and tie this game. Good dig by Petronovic. Anna Carolina with the hit. Hernandez keeps that ball up. And it's blocked by Anna Carolina. 2-point advantage here for Miami-Dade. SBC has come roaring back. They were down by, I believe, 7 just a few short minutes ago. And Coach Benoit of Miami-Dade calls a timeout. We'll be right back with the closing points of the fourth set.
And we are back from that brief timeout for the Lady Sharks. Coach Benoit trying to stop the momentum from the St. Petersburg College Titans as they need 5 points to finish out this set. And the Lady Sharks need 2 to finish out this game.
Good serve by Filippo. Good defensive effort by Filippo. And it falls down for a point for Miami-Dade. This is set point, match point for Miami-Dade. SBC needs to win at least the next 3 points if they want to stay alive. SBC student section showing their support. Ty gets it over to Carolina. Big hit. Kept up. And miscommunication as Camila Hernandez cannot get to that ball. SBC gets the point, 22-24. 2 points away from tying this match up.
We've got Nina Teit, the sophomore from Germany, on the service. Looking to get a point here for the Titans. She hits it over. Dug by Vargas to Win Ting. That ball is put over the net by the Titans.
Good defensive effort by SBC. Another good defensive effort, but this time by Petronovic. Carolina keeps that ball up. And that ball is blocked but falls on the other side of the net. Miami-Dade takes the last point and wins this match 3-1 on sets. They take the final set, the fourth and final set, 25-22. Great match. A great attempt at a comeback by SBC, but they were unable to close the gap all the way. That finishes our coverage of this game. SBC versus Miami-Dade. Miami-Dade wins 3-1 on sets. We'll be back at 1 p.m. for more FCSAA State Tournament Volleyball. I'm Chris Valentine alongside Marshall Watrous. See you at 1 p.m.